Now, the other one, guys, is another...
Hang on.
Well,
I'm just wondering if this is this one worthy...
Well, this Scud missile style.
Well, I'm not sure it's of your, Nagasaki style, but I think it... Well,
no. Given the environment and the story that we're talking about, I think it's one of your little sort of your ground...
All right, well, let's go. We'll see what we hear after it, Damo.
Well, club legend Garry O'Donnell has been part of that coaching staff as well.
Important part of it.
Important part of it, and a very, very good behind-the-scenes operator. Was very good at the Brisbane Lions with Lee Matthews. Yep. He won't be part of James Hurd's panel at Essendon.
I beg your pardon?
He won't be part of James Hurd's panel at Essendon.
What, so been sacked?
I think his contract is up.
Oh!
And it won't be renewed.
It's just a little scuddy.
Garry O'Donnell.
Jeez. I thought they wanted Essendon people back there.
Only James Hurd's choice of
How long
Essendon
has Garry
people.
O'Donnell? He's been at Essendon for a long time, though.
He left Brisbane, didn't he?
She's
to go back to Essendon.
She's your sort of hand grenade sort of one. Not your from your...
for Essendon people, it's more than that.
Bigger than that, yeah.
Is that... When are we going to know that? Is that his...
When are we going to know that?
Well, I don't know if I believe you, don't.
No, his contract's up and he's certainly under pressure, Bill.
So he hasn't been sacked yet?
His contract's up and it's not part of
Bill.
James Hurd's thinking as we speak.
Do you understand how we roll here, Bill? No. When Purple declares something, we don't then turn around and go, I don't believe you.
Well, he doesn't sound overconfident.
One bloke who will be there is Shannon Grant, who was going to continue coaching the VFL side. He's been told that. Yep. So that's Essendon, I think.
And Goodwin.
At this stage.
Simon Goodwin's the other one, yeah?
Simon Goodwin's in,
yeah.
as is Sean Wong.
Isn't it becoming... Sorry, mate.
I was going to say, just before we start, I know you've touched on this before, even last weekend, that Dean Laidley and Mark Williams extremely disgruntled as the way that whole process unfolded. Now, they're in a situation where they still want jobs and senior jobs in footy, so if they get their heads around, and Thompson does say no to Hurd, they might still be in the running for that. But there's a lot of, disquiet there.
It's a difficult job for the media. Well, we're not news chasers, the big purple warriors, but it must be increasingly difficult to try and get stories up, given the nature of lying. Oh, there, I've said it. Flat out lying that goes on in football these days. It is unbelievable. And look,
it's the default position.
It's not even that. I think sometimes it's a primary position. And our man Chief, I hate to say it, I loathe to say it, given that he's very close to me. I'm usually far enough away. But when we put it to him that Leon Cameron was going to be signed 3 weeks ago, just flat out denied it.
Lie. Everyone lies in football, Garry.
And he's there.
He's sitting there not
He's
saying
there now,
anything.
isn't he?
Who's that?
Leon Cameron.
Yeah, it's been a great pickup for us. It's been fantastic.
So when did you find out about it?
By that, Chief?
Yesterday, the day before, a couple of days ago.
The contempt that with which he treats us all.
So, we do our best to be upfront and honest.
Gary, you can argue that all day, and I understand what you're saying, but there are also other people that you need to take into account, and considerations have to apply to players that are still involved at other clubs at the time, and I think it would have been unfair on Leon and the Western Bulldogs to actually come out and say that.
Chief.
So you find yourself in positions sometimes where you have to protect information.
He's a good get, though, Chief.
You know that. I think he's a fantastic pickup for us, mate. We're very excited about getting him.
Is that when Rodney, coaches the Bullies for the next 3 or 4 years? Is that a part of Leon's plan to go to Hawthorn and help the Hawthorn Footy Club?
I would be excited if Leon got a senior job within a couple of years. I mean, any time you lose assistants to senior coaches means you've got the best assistants going around.
Yep.
And I think for Leon to make a more rounded coach of himself, he needs to go to different environments. And this is a great opportunity for him and a great opportunity for us.
So, Damo, the press position on the back of what Gary's just said, especially the print media, well, not especially print media, all the media, has their position changed in so much as is the mood starting to become one of, if the clubs are going to lie so obviously and so regularly, we can write whatever we want. And they're not in a position to turn around to us and go, well, get it right, because how can they get it right if you just lie to us?
It's a really big issue. It is a seriously big issue because all through history, the clubs say to the media, and rightly so, get the other side of the story. So, look, and most people, 99 journos do. Sometimes some slip out. But anyway, we go to the other story, and all you can do is put something to them. Now, we regularly get no comments, can't comment, don't talk to me about this. If you got it, go with it. That's your call. But to actually lie, as several people have been doing over this whole saga, and
unbelievable.
Everyone lies.
You can't lie. You can't just. It's not You can't just fob it off, Bill. Fob it off. You can't fob it off.
You can, Damo, because there are, as I said...
You don't lie. Yeah, as a rule, you don't comment, but you don't lie.
Don't.
And I've dealt with you on stories that have been pretty hot, and I'll give you... And I know what Gary was saying before. You don't lie, Jason. You actually do just say, look, I'm not going to comment, mate. And I'm not...
because you've got to protect other people.
Exactly. But that's better than lying, Jason. Okay. And the people who have lied, I'm filthy with them, and because I've took them at their word, and I've told I want to have a conversation with one bloke.
Like?
Who by?
Yeah, who's lied to you?
Old James Hurd.
When?
James Hurd lied to me. So,
but I mean, that's...
Yeah, but that probably...
No, straight lie. He rang back and denied something that happened. And
you had a nice conversation about that too, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I told him I'd take him at his word because he answered the question. But he didn't have to. He could have said no comment. Yeah. He could have said no comment. Or if that's what you're hearing, go with it. And then it puts the pressure back on us. But I said I'll take you at your word. So, and again, people might be listening to this thinking, well, so what? But JB, it is an environment now where it is that way. I'm not going to bother going to the other sides of stories sometimes with people who regularly lie. So next time I hear something with James Hurd, I'll just go with it.
All I would say is I think there are times when people are terrified about stories getting out and the information becoming public knowledge before they're ready to actually take that step. And I think maybe they go to lengths perhaps that they shouldn't to try and suppress that information, and sometimes it might spill over into a lie. People have different ways of handling the pressure of information that's about to get out.
Yeah,
but Chief, isn't it in the modern era now, though, given the new media that goes around, the Twitter, the Facebook, you as a president, Jim, surely you've now got to make a decision amongst your club and say, listen, as soon as something happens, don't kid ourselves that we can maintain control of this. We need to get on the front foot and go bang.
Well, Gary, I would hope that over the 3.5 years that I've done, that's exactly how North Melbourne have been the whole way through, because I can't, it doesn't stay.
It
lasts about half an hour and then everyone knows anyway. You just can't.
Gary Abbott's press conference at 12:30 was announced by the age at 9:08 as Garry Ablett and Liam Pickering drove down the road to give the decision to the Geelong Footy Club.